recording. All right. Okay. So unless you want to speak, put your microphone on. Otherwise, the recording will be very bad and you can't hear. All right. Okay. Now let's look into today's discussion. Today we are going to discuss on the first topic, Malaysian legal system. Anybody wants to ask any questions on Malaysian legal system? Right? Yeah? No question. Mustaqim, you have any question? No. All right. Gary, Abdullah, you have any question on the first topic? Right. Elena, I can't see the face of the others because you all have your video off. All right. Okay, Ehsan, you have any questions?
So far, no on Malaysian legal system.
All right. On Malaysian legal system, no questions. All right. Okay. If you don't have any questions, right, I have a question for you. Right, for all of you that appear today, I have 16 in my schedule here. All right. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm supposed to do this all the time. Beginning and the end. Okay. All right. Okay. Now that we've done that, that's supposed to be a record. It's okay, Jana. It's nice to hear your background. All right. My question with regards to the Malaysian legal system, you have to know the answer to this. All right. If you don't, okay, then you go back and check your notes. All right. Read the book on a Malaysian legal system, the thick brown book on site. All right. Okay. The question is this. Right, when it comes to financial matters, all right, what would be the consideration of the Malaysian court? All right, if you have a question like that, we talk about the Malaysian court. All right, first thing you have to identify Malaysian court, which Malaysian court, right, deal with financial crime. Okay, right? Okay, now you know financial crime. Do you know that one? What does that mean, financial crime? It's crime that involves money, right? It's crime that involves criminal activities. It's crime that falls within the theft, all right? Cheating, CBT, CMA, all right? And computer crime, and what else? Any crime under the company as well, corruption, sometimes you call it, but the basic is all the penal code, right? The first one is perhaps you already understand financial crime, okay? Second one, right, which level of the court that handles it? The answer to that is every level of the court. In Malaysia, we have, all right, the magistrate court, the high court, the session court, the high court, and then the appeal court. Right, you know, you got that one correct, but you must also, in your answers, state the amount. All right, the amount make you want to read the whole textbook again. Right, what is the allocated amount for the magistrate court to handle financial crime? What is the minimum, all right, to the maximum? Right. The next question is, what is the jurisdiction of money? When they say jurisdiction of money, it is actually the limit minimum of the money for the session court. Check again. All right. Some note says 2,000, some note says 100,000, some note says 50,000. All right. Now, if you go into the internet, all right, they give you the old version. All right. So you got to be sure what is the correct minimum jurisdiction. Maknanya, what is the correct minimum amount that the court can handle in the magistrate court, session court, and the high court. All right? Boleh? Okay? All right. Now, okay, in order to be certain of the amount, there is no way except, right, I'm putting a cutting minimum according to the textbook. according to the textbook, and your textbook is that brown book. Where is my brown book? Okay, somewhere. Somewhere in the other table. All right. Okay, so you see, okay, that is, if you can answer that when it comes to, then your advice that you are going to be given, then that one is safe, meaning that you already got it correct. All right. If anyone were to challenge you, what will be the, all right, limited amount that the court has jurisdiction over financial crime? What is the minimum limitation of the amount that the court can handle? Right, your answer will depend on the latest book, and that is the latest book so far in law that determines. Other than that, you don't have to be concerned because you are not law student, right? We don't go into the aggressive changing or certain situation. We're just going to put a cutting end of the answer according to the book from the Malaysian legal system, all right? Syed Al-Ghath, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name of the book. Okay, now tell me, anyone from you who does not know this? Okay, if you don't, then you have to make known to yourself, so much easier. All right, okay. Now the next one, when in the Malaysian legal system, is the circumstances that changes due to the court order. Maknanya mahkamah memang bagi perintah, all right, for it to move. Meaning that sometimes the case has a limitation, but that limitation, all right, okay, it's not going to be a priority to the court, but the court is going to move that case into the high court. What are the situations that the court can move financial crime from session court or magistrate court all the way to the high court? Do you know the answer to that one? Okay, don't answer that, but these two areas in the Malaysian legal system is very vital. Okay, boleh? Faham? Okay, now I'm going to move into the third part for you to make sure that you understand Malaysian legal system. The third part is this, all right? A lot of students make mistakes, all right? Previous to your class, a lot of, all right, accountancy students sitting for the forensic class make mistake when answering the question of Malaysian legal system. The mistake you made is that you tell me only the jurisdiction of each court. Right? If the question is about jurisdiction of court, that answer is correct. But most of the questions, past year questions, is what is the jurisdiction of Malaysian court on financial crimes? Tu yang you know, the clue is financial crimes. But most of the student copy because it's an open book, all right? So don't do that mistakes anymore. Final exam, I don't have time to give you back your answers. But in the exercises, I usually return back. But some of you, when it is written back, it's not being collected out of my office. So you don't know how to correct it. Nobody asks the questions how to correct it. But therefore, this time, your group should not make that mistake, all right? Okay, it's not the jurisdiction of the court as found in whatever the book says. It is the jurisdiction of the court on the limitation amount of the financial crime is the answers that you want. Boleh? Okay, so that is the one that you need to know. Usually the question will couple with the situation when the court must move this case to the high court. When? The answer is because it involves special privilege. It involves certain group. It involves what they call as high profile. All right, okay, or public interest. All right, okay, sometimes the court involves all right, sometimes the court involves small amount of 30, 60,000, but the person is a magistrate, right? Okay, who committed theft, or the person is a minister who committed theft, or the person is an artist who commit theft. All right. Okay. In that situation,